So today we'll be going over the Blight Dragon Elite Challenge raid, and I'll show you how we cleared it. There are different methods to clearing this, but for this one we put the line markers out by the third beacon. You'll see how it works later. Before the match starts, you will need to have all 6 DPS pair up with each other based on the marker they will be standing on. Ideally, if all your DPS is ranged, this will be easy, but if you have melee DPS, then you'll want them to be closest to the dragon, which would be the square and diamond markers. Hexagon and triangle will then be a pair, and then the star and circle will then be another pair. Healers will be paired up together, and both the tanks will be paired up together. So at the start, it's important to stack on top of your partners, and to have a fair amount of distance between the groups, because if you end up being too close to another player that isn't your partner, the chain will form incorrectly and would cause problems later on in the raid. If either of you pulls too far away or dies, your partner will then die as well. Once the chains have been formed, this is also when people can start grabbing the light of hope that falls from the sky. Everyone in the group must grab one before the vulnerable phase, or else the dragon will wipe everyone in the entire raid. There is plenty of time before that phase, so don't panic and put yourself in danger of dying by standing in an AoE or pulling too far away from your partner and end up killing both of you. You'll see that I find one here, and you have to make sure that you stand and wait until it falls on top of you to display the message before moving away. This isn't something you run through and automatically obtain. This part is a little tricky for the tanks, because they have to spread out for the mechanic to share damage, but if you stretch too far, you will start taking dot damage. So healers pay attention and keep the tanks alive for this part. Once you get pushed back, this is where we stand on the outside edge and wait for the AoE phase to end and for the dragon to come to us. Ideally, if you don't have the Light of Hope yet, this is the best time to collect one because there's plenty of idle time and usually a couple will fall within range for you to grab. Just make sure you don't run too far into the lava and end up killing yourself. When the dragon moves towards the group, get behind it and wait for the second beacon to appear with the pyro. After this, the Light of Hope will be removed from everyone and the dragon will go vulnerable. Everyone should save their inscribed stone skill for this part to do as much damage as they can. If anybody is missing a Light of Hope before this phase, the dragon will wipe everyone in the entire raid. So you must make sure everyone has it before this. After the vulnerable phase, everyone needs to grab a new Light of Hope when they can, but again there is a lot of time to do so don't panic or rush by getting greedy. Destroy the fire prison and pyro, then the DPS will have to quickly move to their marks. This part everyone has to stand still or else it will fail if you move too early. I usually have everyone wait until the orange circles show up and then move. Immediately afterwards, everyone will need to get behind the dragon for another share damage and knockback phase. When we get knocked back, everyone will want to stay on the outside edge again to destroy the fire prison and pyro. This is the most ideal time to try and get your second Light of Hope, but again don't panic because there will be a lot happening in this part. Move to the other fire prison and pyro. And also during this phase, both the healers will have a big AoE circle underneath them. They'll need to spread out as much as they can without overlapping too much, and then the elemental ashes will spawn. During this time, a red fireball and purple fireball will also spawn and be attached to 2 players. They will need to drag the fireballs together and collide in order to complete the mechanic. If anyone touches either fireball, you'll kill both yourself and your partner, so make sure to stay away from them. Then when everything is cleared, you want everyone behind the dragon again for the next vulnerable phase. If anybody is missing a Light of Hope at this point, you'll wipe the entire raid, so make sure everyone has one. We ended up having enough DPS here to kill the boss, but if you don't kill it, then once the dragon wakes up, it'll do a knockback and then repeat the previous mechanics again, starting from the elemental ashes. A pro tip that may help would be to mark one of the healers and tanks so it's easier for them to keep track of each other, but it's not required. Good luck with this challenge raid because it may seem easy, but there's a lot of coordination and details that many people end up missing and can make this difficult to complete. I hope this was helpful, and subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching.